have the right to stop as a citizen, and I can...
we have a right to leave then.
Well, if you want me to call Highway Patrol, I can. I mean,
you don't have the right...
I'm not trying to cause a problem, sir.
You don't have the right to pull us over.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You do not have jurisdiction on the highway.
I stop other people.
You're going to pull us over for going 2 miles an hour over?
Can I just explain?
What are you explaining to me?
Okay.
With all your jurisdiction here.
The point is, if you put yourself in my shoes for just a minute without getting so angry, and
This occurred in 2020, but this is the first time that this video is being shared. A vehicle in South Dakota is pulled over by a Kimball police officer. In 2020, the population of Kimball was 506. This is the sole police officer that works for the department. There's some discrepancy on exactly where this stop occurred, but it could have been as far west as Kennebec, South Dakota, which is about 50 miles away from Kimball. No matter where exactly it occurred, both the driver and the police officer agree that it's way outside of the jurisdiction of Kimball. Both the driver and the passenger shut down this cop so fast that they get her stuttering, and it's almost as if she's the one who's being detained. They were nice enough to let the cop go with just a warning to stop pulling people over outside of her jurisdiction.
Good morning, ma'am. Do you have your license and insurance on you?
Are you Kimball City Police?
I am.
Do you have jurisdiction on the highway?
Well, I've spoken with Rural County Sheriff and this area. I have the right to stop as a citizen, and I can...
we have a right to leave then.
Well, if you want me to call Highway Patrol, I can. I mean,
you don't have the right...
I'm not trying to cause a problem, sir.
You don't have the right to pull us over.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You do not have jurisdiction on the highway.
I stop other people.
See, you already know.
No,
Let me call my friend Josh, who's a highway patrolman. Hold on.
Okay. Is it Josh Van Zee?
Yeah, lives here.
Yeah, give him a call.
Okay.
Give him a call.
Okay.
Please do.
Keep recording.
I am.
Hey, I don't want to...
She had her cruise set on 80.
82.
Okay, mine's on 80. Mine's on 80.
You're going to pull us over for going 2 miles an hour over?
Can I just explain? I'll talk to Josh about it, and we can call Josh. I'd like to explain it with him.
What are you explaining to me?
I mean, I know Josh.
What are you explaining to me?
Okay.
With all your jurisdiction here.
The point is, if you put yourself in my shoes for just a minute without getting so angry, and the thought is it's a slippery slope. If you go by an officer and you're speeding, then what's to stop the next person, the next person, the next person, the next person?
82 though?
It's still illegal. Okay.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Okay.
I mean.
Are you going to write us a ticket?
I'm not.
Okay. All right. I understand. Gotcha.
Okay. If you'd like to call Josh, I'd be happy to speak with him.
That's fine. I'll talk to him. If we're done, am I free to go?
You're free to go.
Okay. Thank you.
Please drive safe.
All right.
Thank you. The thought is it's a slippery slope. If you go by an officer and you're speeding, then what's to stop the next person, the next person, the next person, the next person?
82 though?
It's still illegal. Okay.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Okay.
I mean.
Are you going to write us a ticket?
I'm not.
Okay. All right. I understand. Gotcha.
Okay. If you'd like to call Josh, I'd be happy to speak with him.
That's fine. I'll talk to him. If we're done, am I free to go?
You're free to go.
Okay. Thank you.
Please drive safe.
All right.
Thank you.
I called the department and was able to talk to the actual officer that made this stop.
Kimball Police Department, this is Chris.
Hi, Chris. How you doing this afternoon?
Not too bad.
Good. How long you been with the department over there?
Couple of years.
All right. Pretty small town, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How many officers are with the department?
Who am I speaking to?
James. This is James Springer.
From?
South Dakota.
Okay, well, unless I know more information, I'm not going to give out any more details.
What do you... I'm sorry, what do you mean?
I just don't know who I'm talking to, and I guess I just don't like talking to anyone anonymously as far as why you're asking the questions and what's going on.
Oh, no, I'm not anonymous. I'm James Springer, South Dakota. Do you want to look me up, or... I mean, I was just curious how many officers work for the Kimball Police Department right now. I mean, that's fine. You don't have to... I mean, I'm not saying you got to answer that.
That's fine. We have one.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right. So you're the only one, or there's one other besides you?
I am the only one.
Okay. Do you guys do a lot of traffic stops out there in Kimball?
Depends on the day, I guess, and the time of year, and we don't do a huge amount because we're a small town.
Okay. And I noticed being right by the freeway, though. I don't know if you guys do a lot on the freeway or not.
We don't do a lot on the freeway.
Okay. Does Highway Patrol give you jurisdiction to do any on the freeway, or?
You know, by statute, we have a mile within city limits. By statute, we have a mile within city limits, and the interstate runs through city limits, so we have the jurisdiction to go basically within a mile of city limits on the interstate. But as far as we get dispatched out there with Brule County, we get accidents, different things we get dispatched out for. So it just depends on the situation.
Okay, that makes sense in a small area. I've never lived anywhere other than small towns, and so you wouldn't necessarily have the jurisdiction to initiate a traffic stop, but you quite often would show up to back up officers on another call, essentially as backup, right?
Well, we have some. I mean, in general, yes, we have jurisdiction to make a stop.
Okay.
It just depends where we're at or what's going on or whatever. I mean, we're sworn in the state of South Dakota.
Okay.
Just like every other officer.
Okay. But by statute, you can only make traffic stops within an hour of your city?
No, I didn't say an hour.
I'm sorry. I'm within a mile. I'm so sorry. That was... I need a little more caffeine. I'm so sorry. All right. So within a mile of your city, right?
By statute, but there are other circumstances that would play into that. There are other circumstances that, it just depends on the situation. Okay. I really don't know what's going on here. I guess I'm not sure what's happening here. So, if you have further questions, just let me know what they are. I guess this is a Texas number, so I'm not. If you're from South Dakota, I'm not sure why it's coming up Texas.
Yeah, I do a lot of traveling. I'm actually in New Mexico right now, in central New Mexico.
Okay.
So I do a lot of traveling. We own property in South Dakota, Arizona, Texas. I own one property in New Mexico now, but I do a lot of traveling. But yeah, this was actually
Understand.
I was actually curious because of a traffic stop last year that you may or may not remember. Let me see here. Look this up. I'm trying to see what city it might have been in. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
I guess I know what you're talking about, but I just don't need to comment further unless I know specifically what's going on.
Yeah, we were just trying to. I was just trying to figure out how. I mean, every state's a little bit different. Like I said, I travel quite a bit. I was just trying to figure out how jurisdiction works. For example, in Arizona, which I've spent a lot of time there.
Any officer. If you have legal questions regarding stuff like that, you should contact an attorney or get more on the general. I would just recommend you go to an office higher than me if you have general questions like that, because your questions can be better answered more efficiently by somebody other
I decided
than
to
me.
include this entire uncut phone
and I
conversation so that
apologize.
you guys could
I do
see how
have,
much time I actually spend talking to these
somebody
corrupt
waiting for
cops
me, so I'm gonna
just
have
to
to
get
go,
a
but I-
tiny little nugget of
Yeah, I don't-
information
If you have
or
other
confession
questions,
out of them. Out of a
please contact,
6-minute
whoever
conversation,
you
there
feel
was
you
only
need
a
to.
few seconds
well,
that
no,
were
I
really
appreciate your
relevant,
time, and
where she
and-
claimed that
yeah,
she
we-
knew
I mean, I
that by
work
state
with lawyers and all
statute
kinds
she
of
could
stuff.
not
I
make
just wanted to
traffic
get
stops
your
more than a mile
understanding
outside of city limits.
of what the rules
She
and
did
the
it
laws
anyways,
were, so.
knowing that she
I
couldn't.
appreciate your time.
By statute, we have a mile within city limits.
She even mentioned that as a citizen, she could stop them. But this is only true in the case of a felony being committed or a breach of the peace. A breach of the peace must be more than the commission of a civil traffic infraction, such as driving 2 miles an hour over the speed limit. It seems to me, based on my own conversation with her, as well as the conversation I saw her have with the driver and passenger, that she knows that what she's doing is wrong. But she does it anyways, and she even admitted in the video that she does it to other people.
You don't have the right to pull us over.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You do not have jurisdiction on the highway.
I stop other people.
I reached out to the Brule County Sheriff for comment, but didn't receive a call back. The officer's first name is Chris. I have no idea how to pronounce her last name, but she is now running for sheriff in the neighboring county of Douglas, South Dakota. I wonder if the residents of Douglas County know that there's a woman running for sheriff who knows the law and refuses to obey it.